I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This upcoming report card will not be given now.
You will have to check Skyward for your grades.
And gold cards and backpack tags will be given this Friday or the following Monday.
On Tuesday, February 11th, the 7th year girls basketball team played Guyan Creek and won.
The score was 33-14.
Shout out to the whole team, because we some go-getters for sure. Go-getters for sure. Oh my gosh.
Yesterday, February 11th, we took a tough loss
To Guyan Creek.
Shout out to Kaylee for good defense.
Shout out to Paris and Kendo for boxing out.
Shout out to Kimberly for having a great game.
Okay, then we
Shout out to the whole team.
Yes, we did it.
Don't stop. That was so funny.
On Tuesday, we win against Guyan Creek. Crazy, this is supposed to tell you opinions opponent. Shout out to Henry, Bustamante, and Piranha.
Shout out to Jose Sanchez for winning the match.
Attention all 8th graders, make sure you turn in your summer school applications by this Friday.
The classes you can take is E&L pre-algebra, speech, digital applications, PE for 1 credit, and health. The classes are from 7:30 to 12:30 on June 8th to June 26th.
And breakfast and lunch will be provided free of charge.
I'm so hangry.
Well, then you should go to Fazoli's Pizza. I think it's actually pasta, but that's okay. They're both Italian. You should go there because they would be sporting Avid. I don't know why, but somebody will probably say that after I talk. It'd be avid of you to do so. You know, this would make a great spaghetti western. Where are you going? I am once again lonely. Yeah.
Crazy, do the mumble like you're crazy with it.
Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom.
I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
A slave. I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my
The time has come to reaffirm our enduring spirit, to choose our better history, to carry forward that precious gift, that noble idea passed on from generation to generation, the God-given promise that all are equal, all are free, and all deserve a chance to pursue their full measure of happiness.
over me.
There were much more sinister side of the racial tension and segregation in the southern United States.
Immediately following the end of the Civil War, the Ku Klux Klan was founded as a fraternity by 6 Confederate veterans.
It didn't take long for the Klan to grow in size and turn into a terrorist organization, harassing, beating, whipping, and murdering thousands of African Americans for no reason other than racial bias and hatred.
My name is Timuel D. Black. I was born in Birmingham, Alabama, December the 7th, 1918. The South was absolutely Jim Crow, and what was then called Negroes were not permitted the same. They could not vote, they could not organize, they could not look at particularly Caucasian women or they would be lynched. So the threat headed by the Ku Klux Klan was continuous.
Their burnt-out car was discovered near Philadelphia, Mississippi.
There was an insecurity that made them uncomfortable, and the families were always afraid that that family would be torn apart. It was a dangerous time, a continuously dangerous time, because the Ku Klux Klan, a violent operated group, felt the responsibility to keep this newly freed ex-slave, ex-sharecropping group separated and at the same time controlled by the dominant white group. They were not entitled to the promises which has been made by the Constitution of the United States. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Well, they were not considered men. They were considered property, chattel, not human.
Racial violence and killings were a horrific reality of life in the South. The most famous case of this is Emmett Till.
Emmett Till, a 14-year-old boy, was murdered for allegedly flirting with a white woman. Till, a Chicago native, was visiting relatives in Mississippi for the summer.
Till and his cousins visited a convenience store, and as they were leaving, he was heard to say, "Bye, baby." Carolyn Bryant, the woman behind the counter, later claimed that Till wolf whistled and grabbed her.
Bryant's husband and brother-in-law went and found Till at his aunt's house. They abducted him, tortured him, shot him, and threw his body in the river, where it was found 3 days later.
The men went to trial, but they were found not guilty. No one was ever punished for Till's murder.
Despite the horror and tragedy of this case, it drew a lot of attention to the violence against African Americans and the injustices of the legal system. Emmett's mother, Mamie Till, used the terrible circumstances of her son's death to create a platform to inspire people's fights for equal rights. It gave momentum to the civil rights movement.
The death of Emmett Till is an important episode in the modern civil rights movement. When you talk to people of that era, particularly the students involved in the movement, they identified with Emmett Till because they were the same age as Emmett Till. So when they were 13 and 14, when Emmett Till was killed, they're 17, 18, and 19, in the 1960s. In terms of galvanizing their energies and in terms of motivation, they were motivated by that identification with Emmett Till.
Well, that's a classic kind of murder that had been taking place across the South. Black people making some comment towards white people that got them killed. I call it genocide, where people were trying to kill African Americans because simply they were black.
You could see how badly mutilated his body and his face was, how that disfigures him in a way that shocks this nation and shocks the sensitivity of a generation of activists that are going to have an important impact on the trajectory of the civil rights movement.
Nobody had been brought to justice for killing him, even though back then there was a trial. And at that particular time, nobody was convicted.
Check it out!
Are you ready to go? Yes, I'm ready to go.